Hello everyone, welcome to Engineering Dojo. So today we'll be dealing with the concept of deterministic finite automata, or shortly referred to as DFA. So let's first formally define what is a DFA. A DFA is a finite state machine that accepts or rejects a given string of symbols by running through a state sequence uniquely determined by the string. So, what all the points that we get from this definition? First of all, what is a finite state machine? So, DFA is nothing but a machine representation, and it will be having a number of states in which the machine can be. So, there will be a limited number of states in which we can say that machine can possibly enter. So, those number of states will be finite. So, that's why it's called a finite state machine. And for what purpose that machine will be used, or that automata, this machine is also referred to as automata. So this automata will be used, so we'll be providing an input string, and we'll be passing this input string, giving it this string as an input to our DFA, whatever DFA which we would have constructed, and that DFA will either accept or reject the string. So how it will accept or reject the string? We'll be constructing our DFA based on some logic, such as for example, we can say that string should contain say ABAB as substring, or it should not contain a particular substring, or the string should be of a particular length, or we can say that the string should follow a particular pattern, or the string should end with a particular thing. So we have many conditions that we can specify while creating a DFA. Means according to the condition that we want to create a DFA, we'll be drawing the DFA, whatever the condition we want to satisfy, and the string will be passing to a DFA, and that DFA will either accept or reject the string based on the logic according to which we had drawn the DFA. So let's see the 5-tuple notation. So this 5-tuple notation, if we have these 5 tuples, means this 5-tuple of elements, so it completely specifies the DFA. Let's see what are those 5 tuples. First is Q. Q is nothing but a set of states. So as I mentioned earlier, a DFA will be having a finite set of states, right? So this is that set of states in which we can say that this machine can go. Then we have an alphabet set. As we discussed in previous video also, alphabet set will be nothing but a set of all the symbols that that a particular string can comprise of. So whatever string that will be giving input to the particular DFA, so that string will be containing the alphabet from this alphabet set sigma. And then we have a delta, also known as transition function, as you can see here. So this function, what it does is it maps q cross sigma to q. Means for a particular state, if we are given a particular alphabet, a particular symbol, what is the next state in which we should enter? So it maps q cross sigma to q. I hope the concept is clear. Means if we are in a particular state, and depending on the input symbol, which is the next state, that is defined by this delta. This thing we'll understand more clearly when we go on solving questions. Then q0 is the initial state. So every state we have to define, for every state we will be defining the initial state, the start state in which the machine will be when it has not read any particular character of the string. So from that particular state, always our finite automata will be starting. So that will be specified by a q0 here. And as it's logically, we can say q0 is always belonging to q, because q is set of all the possible states in which the a machine can be, and q0 obviously should be belonging to that set of states. Then we have f is a set of final states. So as I said just now, q0 is the initial state. Always a string, always our machine will be starting from that state, and f is a set of final states. So what are these final states? After processing the string, if suppose I am ending in a particular state, and if that particular state is belonging to this set of states, this f set of states, then I can say that my string is accepted. Otherwise I'll say that my string is rejected. So again, as it is logically what do you say, equivalent, f is a subset of q, because q is set of all the possible states and f is set of all the final states. So obviously from these sets only there will be some final states. So now let's see some of the DFA notations. So when we'll be constructing a DFA diagram, so circle, and inside the circle we'll be writing the name of this particular state, say q1, q2, q3. I have written qi for generalization, so that will be a particular state. Then an arrow will be specifying a transition from particular state to another state. So a arrow which is coming from nowhere and pointing to a particular state will be specifying that particular state is an initial state, and there will be only one and only one initial state in a particular automata. And then a state with double circles will be a final state, and we can have n number of final states in our particular machine. And this is how the transitions in the particular DFA will be shown. Suppose if we are in q1 state, and on reading the input symbol a, we go to q2 state, and this is specified where? This is specified by the transition function. So q1 to q2 transition on reading a. So this was all the basic concepts of deterministic finite automata.